Good day, everyone. Good day. And although today is a few days into the new year, it is still in order. So happy new year. I trust that you had a wonderful holidays and you're rearing to go for the new year. Most of us know, but for my new listeners, I'm David Etienne of Etienne Business Solutions, and we also have our consulting arm, which is Etienne Strategic Management Consulting. So once again, welcome and all the best for the new year, all the best. Now, a couple of beginning of the year announcement, if I may call it that, but more to bring you up to speed. Now, it goes without saying that 2023 was for most of us a very challenging year. We usually say that at the beginning of a year that last year was challenging, but I will attest to the fact, and most of you will agree, that 2023 took on a different color in terms of being super challenging. But we survived, and so we're here. So for 2024, we're looking forward to it with great expectations. Great expectations. As the saying goes, a lot of things are going to happen, all right? So going forward, as far as Etienne Business Solutions is concerned and Etienne Strategic Management, we will be rolling out quite a few what I call programs, and I like to refer to them as solutions to various business issues, business components that we'll be discussing from time to time. Now, over the past years, we have tried our best and we have been able to deliver to you service that has been of a standard that speaks to your demands. But we have heard your suggestions, we have heard your comments, and so for 2024, we have exciting news because we have ramped up our team here at Etienne Business Solutions. Yes, we have really ramped up our team. And so we'll be introducing to you our new team that is going to service you for 2024 and on into the future. And the exciting thing for me about this ramped up, redefined team is that it is a better rounded team because we also have a bilingual liaison, let's call it that, because we have quite a number of Spanish-speaking individuals in our community. And we realized that although some may have wanted to access our services, there was a barrier. So we heard your call and we have responded. And so for 2024, we have our ramped up team, which includes a bilingual member of staff will be able to address. So we're looking forward to really great things going into the future here. Now, although I had mentioned Etienne Strategic Management during 2023, and I briefly mentioned it this not too long ago, to spend a time explaining to you that whereas we offer our regular business services, bookkeeping, accounting, tax, business development, through Etienne Business Solutions, which is the accounting firm, once again, based on the demand, the suggestion, we realize that some of our clients are in need of services that may be of an elevated nature based on their portfolio, their demands, their requirements. And so coming out of that, we had established last year Etienne Strategic Management Consulting, and as the word suggests, it is our consulting arm. So for 2024 onwards, you'll be seeing a lot of Etienne Strategic Management in action. So maybe some of our clients have been taking advantage of what Etienne Business Solutions has to offer, but then I've been going elsewhere to get other more elevated, let's call it, services. So now we have our consulting arm, which we hope will be able to serve those needs that you have. So I look forward to be talking with you on the strategic management, the consulting part of our services. Without saying, it is that time when most of us are focusing on tax, because it is that time of year again when the focus is going to be on taxes. As usual, we try to hold your hand, we try to guide you, we try to give you as much information as is necessary so that you can make the right decisions in terms of your taxes. I want to re-emphasize that yes, it is time for tax preparation. And tax preparation in the true sense of the word is really a reporting process. Things happened last year, you're going to report on them this year. But I want to re-emphasize that there's an element of tax that is so important that quite often clients overlook. And this is a planning aspect of it. And so I would encourage you as of 2024, not just to stop at preparing your taxes, but to really tap into what we call tax planning. And the best time to do some serious planning, both tax planning and the broader financial planning, is when you have just done your taxes for the whole year, which will be 2023. You see exactly what transpired. We are all now poised at the beginning of a new year, and so it is the ideal time. So I encourage you, when you come by, when you call, when you make contact with the office, for us to engage in discussing what other services in terms of planning, strategic planning, tax planning, financial planning that you may find important and that it will be of use to you both on an individual level and also on a corporate level, on a business level, depending on what you're doing. So that is going to be that. Now, at the end of last year, actually in December, I had a podcast that focused mainly on the ERTC, Employee Retention Tax Credits. Went through some of the things, but at the heart of that discussion, we recognized, or we acknowledged, that mass letter issue, let's call it that the IRS undertook, where letters were sent to individuals who had claimed the ERTC, and those were letters of rejection, of revocation, of whatever. And I went at length to sort of give you the broad parameters of that, and I also had invited you to be prepared or to call in if you need, sometimes you need a one-to-one personal consultation to know whether or not this is something. Good. Now, in addition to that, the IRS had announced, and it is now a reality, that under the Inflation Reduction Act, the IRS has now received significant funding, $80 billion of additional funding, where 58% of these funds are going towards what we call enforcement activities. What does that mean? One of the things that has been happening over the past several years with IRS is that because of limited capacity in terms of staffing, then those things that has to do with compliance, audits, examination, reviews, and even following up on outstanding tax debts, those things were not really happening as frequently as in the past. Why? The IRS was understaffed, underfunded, and therefore things were pretty quiet. Now, 2024 going forward, and this is just how I'm characterizing it, 2024 going forward seems to be the heralding of the era of audits, reviews, investigations, you name it, because the IRS now has a lot of money. It is employing a lot of staff, a lot of examiners, a lot of auditors who are now going to be focusing on enforcement. I'm not saying this to scare you. I just want you to be aware and also to advise that, as usual, whenever these things are coming up, then we, myself, my team, we like to be proactive, we like to prepare, and so we're going to be creating some content or putting together some content into podcasts to come very soon, where we'll dive again into this thing. We'll revisit ERTC rejections because that is something that is evolving. We'll also include this whole ramping up of compliance by the IRS, and so be able to give you the guidelines, the directions, the advice that you need in terms of how you're going to negotiate or navigate this pathway if these things apply to you. what is very important in all of this is being proactive. Proactive. I always say, yes, most of us want to hope that by keeping quiet it will all go away, which never happens. Each day that passes, it really gets worse. So I encourage clients to be proactive and to move forward. Good. So having said that, we'll have that video, that podcast, they are ready to roll for you. And so I encourage you to ensure that you check out all our social media, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, you name it. And you will see them on screen there. Check out all our social media so that you're kept informed. And when you check it out, please remember, you need to follow, you need to subscribe. You need to follow, you need to subscribe. Yes, that is how you're going to be kept informed as to what is going on. So that's just my tidbit for now. Not holding you long, but I just wanted to say, hey, we made it to 2024 and I'm looking forward to great things. So let's go forward being successful at what we do. David here, looking forward to working with you in 2024 and beyond.